Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Channeled Wisdom Circle. Greetings, welcome. So, before we start today, we're just going to take a nice couple of deep breaths together, okay? Ground in this present moment. So, inhale deeply, exhale through your mouth, inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale deep and exhale slow. How y'all doing today? So, when I begun the channel and brought in what we're going to be talking about today, I said, this is interesting. And then, dug in a little more. So today, the main message is that we'll be breaking down is be wary of the things you longed for. Yeah, be wary of the things you longed for. So it's a lot of things that, a lot of breakdowns we're going to hit with this one. But first, it's speaking about those things that you've wanted for a really long time. And you have had this specific want, desire for years, decades, however long it's been with you. One of the things to be aware of is the different stages of life. Because again, we're always growing, we're always evolving. And sometimes we have a tendency of carrying old desires, old wants into present moments and projecting that into the future when it no longer aligns. So, with this message of being wary of the things you longed for, it's a call to actively assess your decision drivers, what's driving these decisions, what's actually pulling you towards these things that it is that you long for, that you may not have in your physical reality right now, but you know you really want. We've spoken before about questioning both who's in the driver's seat and the different pains that may be at play in your active decision making. So think about in your own life, what's something that you feel you've been longing for? And this may be present or past. You may have already had the experience of longing for something and then having it presented to you and realizing, I actually don't want this anymore. A part of what we're talking about today is identity attachments. When a certain version of yourself is attached to a certain idea, a certain ideal, and the ego gets caught up in that. It gets caught up, I want this specific thing and nothing else. This is specifically what I want. With everything I say, there's a balance in it. There's nuance within it, right? Shadows balance the light. In one sense, again, going back to the decision drivers, if it's your soul driving this, it will always be in alignment. But if it's not, if it's a certain version of yourself, a certain identity, even longing to be perceived a certain way, is that even the truth of who you are? Or is that just some way that you feel you have to be? That you want people to see you this way because of external validation? So speaking on this identity attachments, question, what aspect of you is yearning for this particular thing? What aspect of yourself is longing for it? Is it the part of you that is fully expanded in your self-love? Or is it the part of you that's hurting and wanting to be loved? That's creating attachments or allowing attachments to grow and fester because of a lack of self-love. Again, I say, be wary of the things you've longed for. And there's 3 different main aspects of this message. It's what's driving your decisions, the decision driver, power possession, which we're about to get into, and then holding on to things just because. So with power possession, it's a question of, are you giving your power away to this thing that you're longing for? If you are, it's likely that you've created this idealization and you're putting this particular thing on a pedestal. Putting it on a pedestal is putting it above you, and nothing is above you. So in doing that, you're giving your power to this thing outside of yourself, whether that is a specific goal that you have, a specific partner that you're seeking, or, you know, I'm going to go with wooing. I don't feel like thinking about what the trying to put your riz on. Whatever it is, question and beware of the idealization and the pedestals. Because if you're putting people, places, things on a pedestal, you're lowering yourself. You may want this thing to be in your life, this person to be in your life, but if you're lowering yourself for it, it's not worth it. I'm going to let that one marinate. Somebody needed to hear that. If you're lowering yourself for something that you're longing for, it's not for you. Because the things that's aligned with you would empower you in some way, shape, or form. Not drain you, not siphon your energy, not siphon your power. Being wary of the things you longed for is also being aware of, yes, what's driving it? Are you giving your power away? And how is it nurturing you? Is it nurturing you to actively transform into the greatest version of yourself? Is it nurturing you to be in a state of powerlessness? Because to nurture is to cultivate the growth of something. And you can either be growing in power or you can be growing mold. Which one is it doing for you? Right now, I'm being guided to have everybody just tune into yourself. Tune into your energy as a whole. And bring your awareness to where your energy is currently extended. Maybe it's extended to your child's school because there's a field trip coming up or something's happening, so you have some of your energy over there. Maybe it's extended to this particular partner that you have or recently let go of. Maybe it's extended there. Maybe it's extended to work stress. Maybe it's extended to car troubles. Whatever it is, pay attention to all of the places where your energy is currently extended. That's not your center. The ways that power is given away can be very subtle. Allowing specific thoughts to replay and loop in your mind, that's also giving your power away to that. So bring those energies all back to center. Don't think about how to do it, just do it. As the Divine Mother Monica Bay says. Bring your energy back to center. Call your energy back to yourself. And breathe in this now moment, this current version of yourself, independent of the longing, independent of the desires, independent of the goals, paying attention to, tuning into who you are now in this moment and what energies are within you. Now, with all of the things that you may have noticed your energy was extended out to, your thoughts was extended out to, which of those have you been putting on a pedestal? Putting on a pedestal above your well-being, putting on a pedestal above your soul growth, putting a pedestal above your truth. These things that you're longing for, is it nurturing your becoming? With this particular message and viewing it as the things that you've wanted for a very long time, that I'm going to say that desire you've been carrying, that has been backpacking with you for a long time. There are times when it no longer aligns and you continue to carry that because you feel like you have to and you don't. If you feel like there is something that is not aligned and you know is not aligned, but you're still carrying it just because you started it, that means you ignored a lot of signals along the way, a lot of messages along the way that it was time to release this thing. I said before, you can either be growing in your power or you can be growing in mold. Something that is festering, something that is not meant to be there, something that is not for your well-being, but you're allowing it to grow. So pay attention to what it is that you're hoarding. What are you hoarding energetically? In your mind, in expectations, in all of it. If something has expired from your life, connection, soul contracts, etc., there are I'm going to say the quiet opportunities to release those. It's not chaos, it's not wildness, it's just a knowingness that it's time to let go. This has expired, I can release it. Now I'm going to give this particular analogy. If you went shopping, you went to the store, you got your groceries. Maybe something happened and you had to leave home for a while. You come back. When you come back, you realize, oh, wow, this milk is expired. Get rid of it. You wouldn't drink the expired milk. You would get rid of it. You would know that it's not good for you. You would know that it can make you sick and you would release it. But when it comes to energy, when it comes to your connections, you're not thinking of it that way. So let me say this, stop drinking expired milk. Letting your stomach dead. Stop holding on to the things that has expired already, because it will do nothing but hold you down from rising in the remembrance of your divinity, from rising to your next level, from the next stage of how you're supposed to blossom, who you're meant to be. It's a new mission. And we mentioned before the identity attachment. Allow yourself to grow. Being wary of the things that you longed for. There needs to be that, yes, self-assessment. There needs to be that self-assessment to check if it's in alignment now? Is it currently in alignment with who you are, who you're becoming, who you want to be? Is it in alignment with that? And and I see a beautiful affirmation in the chat. I call all my power back to me immediately and abundantly. I love that. Very good. Yes, call your power back. Because there may have been a time when your specific mission was to help a specific person. It may have been a specific time where this connection was meant for you and your growth in that moment. But once that's done, it's done. You don't keep going back to repeat the same thing that's already been done. When the next level, the door is open for you. You just gotta step into it. So again, question what's the why behind the things that you're longing for? And check if it's in alignment. Is the why still in alignment? Was it that this was something that was originally driven by your soul and now it's expired milk and now you're holding on and now it's ego that's driving it? Checking that alignment it's an active practice. That's something to do all the time, to recalibrate, to readjust, to stay in flow with the dance of life. So question what it is that you have been ignoring along the way. We said before, giving away power can be very subtle. There may have been those moments where you were giving away your power because you really, really wanted this thing. You got to be honest about that. Acknowledge it, see it, but also take the time to review and reflect. I'm realizing that there is this repetitive theme of self-assessment this week, of taking an audit of yourself for different reasons and different things to bring you back into alignment. But to say very clearly, self-audit will be your best friend. And taking those self-assessments, that self-audit, that reflection, introspection, all of these things, that's key to continuing to grow in power, to grow in alignment. We have the different stages of life. There are certain moments where it may be that you're working on a specific theme of lessons. Like everything happening in life, it comes back to this central theme, whatever that is. It may be using your voice, showing up, speaking up for yourself. It could be letting go of things, releasing, and that process of just liberation and letting go. It may be that period of life where you're building and you're focused on that brick by brick building. But there are different stages of life. Some things in your life will be more long-term than others. Some things are here just to bring you clarity and awareness of the direction that you should be going in. It's a dance. But every step of the way, make sure whether you are in active energy or in receptive mode that you remain in power. You can receive and be in power. You can act and do and be in power. But in that entire thing, making sure that you're not giving your power away, that you're not allowing your power to leak out. Which earlier someone mentioned the mana reclamation or mana mantra. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, my stream wants us to take action and apply in the moment. Let's get it. So put one hand over your heart, one hand over your stomach. Inhale and repeat after me. I call my energy back. I seal my field. I reclaim my sacred power. We're going to do that one more time. I call my energy back. I seal my field. I reclaim my sacred power. And this is something that you can do anytime you feel like you're being pulled off center. That is a very simple exercise that you can do as a part of your daily routines and spiritual hygiene. Because we are here for connection. We are here to interact. We're here to grow, build, all of these things. Yes, there are moments of solitude and there are also moments of community. We are all in this life together. Whether someone is doing some really wild things or someone is, uplifting you, being your cheerleader, reminding you of your power, whatever it is, we're all here and in this together. So recognizing that how you take care of your own personal energy system affects the whole. It affects everything. It's all connected. It may take time for you to actively see the ripple effect of your well-being, the ripple effect of you remaining in alignment and tuned into your personal frequency. But it's always happening. And with this message of being wary of the things that you longed for, understand that what's truly in alignment with you and what is truly for you also wants you back. So whatever it is that you are longing for at this period of time, it may be in a business, you're longing for more clients. It may be you're longing for a new house. You're longing to move. You're longing to travel. You may just be longing for a break from work. Whatever those things are, be mindful of what you have in the present. And be mindful of if you are giving your power away to future experiences, future places and endeavors, instead of claiming that in the now. And in me saying that, I'm saying you may want that new house. Are you appreciating what you have now? Whatever it is. Are you leveraging that law of impermanence to give gratitude to what's here, to assess that why you want this new thing? And making sure that it is a beautifully harmonious extension of yourself, extension of your light, extension of your God form, and not something that is severing it and taking away from it. So again, I say, stop drinking expired milk, y'all. If it needs to be released, let it go. Cut the cords, remove the energy from your system. Whatever that is, let go of the things that don't serve you so you can rise to where you're meant to be. If you're still carrying old things and, on bag lady time, bag man time, that's weights. And with this particular message of being wary of the things that you long for, those weights hold you back from where you're actually supposed to be. They hold you back from being able to build the momentum and where you're supposed to go. And another message that's coming through with this, being wary of the things that you longed for in terms of it being something very specific. in acknowledging the fact that you are God, that everything is already yours. It's a matter of remembrance and alignment and attunement to that frequency. We're going to let that marinate. We got a strong pause on that one. In attuning to that frequency, you're already God. You're already connected. It's already yours. Being mindful of giving away your power to these things and going after something with that energy of desperation, with that energy of lack, longing for this thing, wanting this thing, putting your happiness, your joy somewhere off in the future attached to something specific. When it's time for you to open your mind, your third eye, your awareness to the fact that you are not limited. There are infinite possibilities of what you can have. So if you are hyper focused on this one specific thing that you're longing for, ignoring the signs along the way that it's no longer in alignment, so you just sipping on this expired milk, just getting sick along the way, recognize you may not have yet perceived what it is that your soul truly wants, what it is that is truly in alignment with you, which I'm now realizing that's a part of why we had to go within before and see where are we extending our energy, where are the energy leaks, to be able to come back to center, to release those attachments, even just for a moment, and check what is the current alignment. And an image that keeps coming to me in this message of being wary of the things that you longed for is a person that is exhausted, depleted, and literally crawling, trying to get to this one particular thing. Not recognizing the harm that it's doing to them, the harm that they are experiencing on this pursuit. Coming back to that self-audit, coming back to not just accepting things at face value, not holding on to things just because you previously wanted to work towards. There's a lot of stories of people at different stages in their lives where they realize, I've worked my entire life for this and now it no longer aligns. Now I don't even want it. That is the most beautiful opportunity that you can have. Because that means if you lean in, okay, if you put in the work, do that self-assessment, that means you have the opportunity to open new doors that can bring in new levels of joy, new levels of fulfillment that you had not possibly, not even thought possible. Once that the identity attachment of this particular thing that you've been longing for, working for, once that attachment is gone, severed, or even just put on pause the subscription. Once that happens, you can return back to that state of pure potential where anything's possible. You can do anything. Yeah, you may have worked for however many years towards this particular goal. If you have checked to see if it's in current alignment and it's not, well, now you can build again. You're the architect. You're the God. You can build a whole new reality for yourself. But in doing that, you have to maintain that mindfulness of where you're placing your energy. Where are the leaks? What you're pouring into? And come back to center so you can build from truth. And that's the message that we have for you today. So everyone, be well and thrive. Continue to utilize those practices, those affirmations. Come back to this when you need to, share it with a friend, all those good things. Tune into your now, who you are right now. and build from there. Until next time, Zor Kunti. Be well and thrive, y'all. Perpetually.